Do you ever wonder what your customers really want? The secret to selling in the most authentic way possible is knowing your customers well so you can serve them well. What if you held the crystal ball that would finally let you know your customers so you could create the products they really want? So you could know when they're satisfied and when they're not? What would that mean for your business, to your bottom line? I'm Dr. Jeannie Hurlburt, and I found out that even top companies I've worked with, people like the Anthony Robbins companies, John Assaraf from The Secret, other New York Times best-selling authors, Ali Brown from The Secret Millionaire, $100 million companies like Tatum, all those big-name companies and entrepreneurs needed help finding out what their customers really wanted. I help them answer that question, and I'd love to help you too. I want to give you access to my exclusive customer feedback formula, where you get an analysis of your most pressing business problems immediately. It shows you where your blind spots are, so you know how to solve your business problems, grow your business, and your bottom line. You can get the customer feedback formula by just entering your name and email on this page, or if you want to do it really quickly, just click the Facebook Connect button. You'll be taken straight to your customized analysis. Thanks so much for finding us on Facebook. Do you ever wonder what your customers really want? The secret to selling in the most authentic way possible is knowing your customers well so you can serve them well. What if you held the crystal ball that would finally let you know your customers so you could create the products they really want? So you could know when they're satisfied and when they're not? What would that mean for your business, to your bottom line? I'm Dr. Jeannie Hurlburt, and I found out that even top companies I've worked with, people like the Anthony Robbins companies, John Assaraf from The Secret, other New York Times best-selling authors, Ali Brown from The Secret Millionaire, $100 million companies like Tatum, all those big-name companies and entrepreneurs needed help finding out what their customers really wanted. I help them answer that question, and I'd love to help you too. I want to give you access to my exclusive customer feedback formula, where you get an analysis of your most pressing business problems immediately. It shows you where your blind spots are, so you know how to solve your business problems, grow your business, and your bottom line. You can get the customer feedback formula by just entering your name and email on this page, or if you want to do it really quickly, just click the Facebook Connect button. You'll be taken straight to your customized analysis. Let me ask you a question. Where's your cell phone right now? Surveys show that 91% of us have our cell phones within 3 feet at any given time. A Nielsen survey showed that by 2008, texting had eclipsed voice calls. One survey showed that 75% of respondents were okay with using mobile devices in the bathroom. So mobile phones represent a huge opportunity for entrepreneurs, one that I suggest you take full advantage of, because right now, the open rate on text messages, it's 98%. And here's the thing. I can pretty much guarantee that leveraging mobile will put you ahead of your competition. 97% of the marketers we survey aren't leveraging mobile marketing and surveys in their businesses. 90% aren't using mobile at all. That's why it's like being back at 1995, when most people didn't have a clue how to make money on this new thing called the internet. Except, with 4 billion mobile phones and counting, this revolution promises to be even bigger. Here's an example of how mobile surveys can help you profit from that revolution. I have a friend who runs a high-end boarding kennel. Turnover in his staff is high, and he needs a way to know all the time how his staff is doing, because his customers pay a lot of money for the service. So I built a survey template for him that lets him get instant feedback. We get customers to text in their name and mobile phone in exchange for a coupon for 20% off on their next visit. We make sure everything went well at drop-off, and here's the best part. The 4th question says, did you forget to ask for anything like doggy playtime or yappy hour? Now, what we're doing is asking for an upsell right inside the survey 20 minutes after they drop the dog off, and they're probably feeling a little guilty. We can do that ethically in this survey because they opted in and they gave us permission to market to them. Think about all the ways you could use this. If you're a real estate agent, you could text a message to the agent who showed your listing and find out immediately what the prospective buyer thought. If you're a roofer, you could find out instantly if a crew left nails in somebody's yard so you can fix the problem. And if you're a marketer, the opportunities to provide these mobile surveys to the roofer and the real estate agent and the kennel owner and all sorts of other businesses and professionals, they're absolutely enormous. To help you get started, I have a free mobile survey template for you that you can put to work in any of these businesses. Oh, and you'll see a link to our QR code generator. If you don't know what that is, you'll find out on the next page. One of the big questions I get from entrepreneurs is, how do I know what my market wants? What product should I create? That's a wonderful question, because no matter how good you are at affiliate marketing or how wonderful you are at coaching and consulting, it's critical to have something of your own to sell that doesn't make you trade time for dollars. I'm Dr. Jeannie Hurlburt, and if you want to create a product, which means you're like 50% of the business owners we survey, I have a wonderful way for you to find out what your market wants. You let people tell you what they want, then you create it for them. They're going to feel invested in your product and they'll want to buy it from you. Here's a super simple strategy for doing that that's just 2 easy steps. First, you use social media to get impressions of what your market wants. You just put up a lead page or a squeeze page where you offer folks a video or a special report in exchange for their name, their email, and the answer to a question. Now the question is something like, what's your number 1 question about whatever your topic is? Second question could be, what's the number 1 problem in your business that keeps you awake at night? And that's one of my personal favorites. Or you might ask them, what's your number 1 problem accomplishing something relevant to your niche? Then you use YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, and other social media to drive traffic to the page. You'll get priceless information to create your product, and you'll build your list at the same time. And don't worry, you can have a web person put up a lead page inexpensively, or you can grab a product called Optimized Press for less than $100 that makes it really easy to create one. This first step is going to give you wonderful impressions of what you think your market wants in your product. Most marketers out there would stop right there and rush to create the product. But the problem is, you don't know you have a market. You may have heard just from a tiny percentage of your list or your market. Here's the secret sauce that will solve that problem and make sure you create a winning product instead of a costly flop. You do a product creation survey. You use the answers that you got from your lead page to come up with 4 to 6 areas you might cover in your product. Then in the survey, just ask them which ones they're most interested in. You can also find out how they want it delivered and even what they'll pay. See how easy this is? And I'd love to give you a step-by-step guide for doing this. One of the questions I get from entrepreneurs and even big companies all the time is, I know I need social proof on my website, but how do I get it without a lot of hassle and expense? That question is so important because not having enough proof can mean losing hundreds of customers and thousands of dollars in sales. Here's why. Suppose you were considering hiring a coach who has 5 testimonials on his website. Then you found a second consultant who has 25 testimonials and 5 case studies and statistical data that show that 92% of her customers would recommend her. Well, the chances are pretty good you'd go with the one who offered you the most social proof. That's why it's so important to get that proof. But 3 out of 4 of the business owners we survey don't have even 10 testimonials on their website or blog. Over 77% haven't managed to put together even 5 case studies. Almost nobody has statistical data to prove that your products work and your services change lives. I'm Dr. Jeannie Hurlburt, and it frustrates me to see these costly numbers. I just want to hand everyone the simple solution to these problems, because all you have to do to get all the proof you need is to do a survey. We used a survey to get 876 testimonials with permission to use them for one of my clients. Now, if I had a stack with me, the stack would be about this high. These folks had major interest from a really big company, and they needed proof to seal the deal, so they printed all of these testimonials out, they had them bound, they took them in, and the CEO was really interested in their company and very, very impressed with their proof. My clients can also say that 98% of their customers are satisfied with their product. Wouldn't that convince you? One of our customers who runs a little e-commerce store put together her own survey in 48 hours. Now she has 10 to 15 testimonials a month, plus statistical data that really do come in on autopilot. If you do what she's doing, just send out a simple survey after somebody buys your product or uses your service, you'll have testimonials pouring in too, and you'll get statistical data. And you'll be able to build case studies. If you want to get the social proof like this, I'd love to give you the exact tool that I used to get those 876 testimonials for our client, the testimonial generator that our customer used in her survey. All you have to do is click on the link below to get access to this awesome tool, and stay tuned for more great resources to help you leverage surveys to increase your profits. All you have to do is click on the link you see here to get access to this great tool. And please stay tuned for more wonderful resources to help you leverage surveys in your business. If you want to learn more about how to use surveys to grow your business and increase your bottom line, just click on the link by this video. Thank you so much for joining the My Survey Expert community. You've joined an amazing group of people with whom I'm privileged to work, and I can't wait to work with you. If you have questions or comments at any time, especially if you'd like to tell us right now what your questions are about using surveys to grow your business, just communicate with us directly at the live link that's right down there. Thanks so much, and I can't wait to hear from you. Hi, I'm Dr. Jeannie Hurlburt, and I'm founder of MySurveyExpert.com. Because I've done the surveys for Instant Celebrity Academy, I knew a little bit about how phenomenal it is and how much people love it, but honestly, I wasn't prepared for just how amazing this experience is. To be in the presence of someone who is supremely competent, who is supremely confident, and who is a true master of her craft is a very rare experience indeed. There just aren't many people in this industry who operate at this level. And when you are in the presence of someone who is that competent and that confident, it means that they will be focused completely on you and what you need, and that they will be able to meet you where you are and take you where you want to go. That's exactly what Kristen does. She does it with grace, she does it with ease, and she creates an environment in which not only are you safe, but you have the capacity to connect with the other amazing people that she brings in. I highly recommend that you take advantage of the coaching, the nurturing that she can give you. I needed to hone my message, and the last 24 hours were a phenomenal experience in doing so. Hi, I'm Dr. Jeannie Hurlburt. I knew a little bit about doing video when I got here, and I have a video set up at home in my extra bedroom with lights and a set and the whole 9 yards, and what happens is I never get time to do it. And I certainly didn't know how to do it well. I certainly didn't have an environment that supported me and that made it so easy to produce amazingly high quality video. Being able to get professional headshots, to be in the studio and really have a crew that supported me, took me to a level in doing video that I would never have gotten to on my own. And frankly, it got a group of videos done that probably would have taken me 6 months or a year to get done at home. It's so much easier when you're here in this environment. It's so much easier when you have the support. If you want to get the videos that really will take your marketing to the next level, that really will give you a steady stream of clients and customers, I highly recommend that you take advantage of the opportunity to come to Instant Celebrity Academy.